HGTV, if you're not aware, has canceled Rehab Addict over... Let's call it a choice of words, ladies and gentlemen. HGTV viewers, if you're not aware, HGTV, it stands for the Home and Garden Television Network. We're going to go ahead and just assume that most of my audience, I've checked the statistics, most of you are, I'd say, above the age of 35, because I talk about a lot of topics that do not interest my age group, quite frankly. So, HGTV, I looked at this and I said, this is a perfect story to really grab that network, to grab those viewers. So folks, don't let me lose you yet. Following a controversy, they have canceled this home renovation series, Rehab Addict, if you're not aware, over an offensive remark that surfaced this week. The incident is centering on the moment where a racial slur was allegedly used. Not allegedly. We have the footage, and I'm going to play it for you, so warning. The N-word is used in this clip, unfortunately. And listen, I'm not saying I like it. I'm not saying that it's funny, although it is hilarious the way that she says it so clean. It comes out as though she'd been saying it for her entire life, which listen, some people do. And listen, if you don't know somebody who regularly drops an N-bomb, congrats on living in like a pretty policed area of via language. But honestly, if you've grown up in any town with a population less than 10,000, you've heard the N-word at least once. Let's call it a month at the cleanest, maybe once a week at the worst school. At the cleanest school, maybe once a month. At the worst school, maybe once a week. But honestly, it's you know, kids use slurs. Unfortunately, no one wants to say it. No one wants to admit it. But unfortunately, kids just use these words, and especially now after the cleanup age of like, hey, we can't say retard. We can't say certain other words. We can't say spick. We can't say guinea. We can't say kraut, we can't say Jap, even though we won all of those in World War II. That's just the truth. We claimed all of those ones as a war trophy, and I don't think that our licenses ran out on them, because quite frankly, they just sound funny at this point. But she says this one, which I will choose personally not to repeat at this current moment, because I don't want to get this taken down more so than I'm already going to get it probably taken down for just the one time, because you know YouTube, you know how they be slaying people these days. But anyways, I'm going to play you this incredible clip. Nicole Curtis, she the host of Rehab Addict, folks. Let's begin.
Why? It's my last one. Oh, fart nigger. What the fuck is that I just said? Nick, you gotta, can you kill that? Oh, fuck my life.
Oy, jeez. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, let's address the combination of words she chose. The first one being fart, the next one being the N-word. I feel as though this combination of words doesn't slip out that cleanly unless it is like a cutesy phrase you're used to saying around the house. Like if you drop a dish, you go, oh, fart. I think that is probably the level of comfortability is for it to slide out this cleanly, ladies and gentlemen. Let's review it one more time.
Why? It's my last one.
She goes, why? It's my last one, because she's cutting this sort of cord or something, and it looks like she fucks it up, I think.
Oh, fart nigger. What the fuck is that I just said? Nick, you gotta...
She goes, what the fuck is that I just said? And she goes, hey, Nick, you gotta cut that. Can you kill that?
Can you kill that? Oh, fuck my life.
What a way to end a career, quite frankly, you guys. She calls herself a rehab addict. I'm a rehabilitated image addict. I'm ready to have her on the podcast. I'm ready to have her apologize publicly. I'm ready to have her re-enter the public space already, because honestly, this cancel culture stuff, it's just like too much, right? Right? That's just like, you can't cancel someone for saying that. I mean, this one, I think, listen, maybe losing your show, absolutely. Do we need to kill you and your family? No, I don't think that's the solution, but like, you know, maybe a little bit of a public shaming for a moment. I think I love this. This is a good cultural moment because it allows us to contend with what is the appropriate punishment for someone getting caught just kind of flagrantly using it on a live stream like this. Maybe losing the show, because clearly you have a level of comfortability around it to where it's like, okay, this is network money. I don't think that, you're welcome to use whatever language you want, not in front of people watching this with their kids, you know what I mean, on a live stream. Not that people are watching this with their kids, honestly. It's language that, why are you using it on network television? It's not helping you. I think that I can get away with saying certain things because I'm relatively independent, and honestly, I use slurs that are quite frankly not offensive when you break them down. Kraut, who is that offending? Germans? What are you gonna do? Balance a beer on yourself? I don't know what you're gonna do. You're gonna threaten me? Excuse you? You haven't been a powerful country since, what was it again? 45. Then you got broken up. You guys haven't done anything meaningful since then. You build cars that are really complicated that everybody loves but no one wants to buy. Everybody loves but no one wants to buy because they cost a shit ton to actually service. I'm sorry, the Germans are a weak people, and I think we won Kraut. We won Kraut as a result. And listen, if I was a politician, would I want me saying this? No, because I'm not mayor of a town. You know what I mean? I'm an individual creating a podcast that you can choose to tune into or not. You know what I mean? I'm not taking HGTV's money and saying Kraut. I'm not saying Guinea with HGTV money. I'm not doing that, but this... Okay, what's the appropriate punishment? 4 months into the gulag? Are we sending her to Alligator Alcatraz? Probably not. But is it appropriate? Maybe. Maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe when AOC wins the presidency in 2028, that's what they'll do. It's going to be an overreaction, because you know that America, they will do the right thing only after they've tried everything else. They are going to overreact to the Trump administration thing. They're going to fling open the borders in the 2028 after they win, because obviously this ICE stuff, if the social unrest continues, they're going to suffer hard in the midterms. They're going to suffer harder in the next election. And then AOC will be the president because everybody's going to, or Zora Mamdani with her as the vice president, whatever. That's a ticket. That is a nerve-wracking ticket, dude. That is a earth-shattering ticket for the Republicans. I mean, it's got diversity, it's got a woman. What are you going to do if that happens? But quite frankly, AOC, Zora Mamdani, they're eyeing up these prisons that they are putting, immigrants in right now, and they're going, we're going to put people who tweet things that we don't like in them. And honestly, what else would you want them to do? I think that's is it the right reaction? Probably. We got to do something here. Obviously, as Americans, we're never going to do the right thing. We're never going to do the right thing first. So are we just going to have camps? Sure. Yeah, let's do it. Let's you know what I mean? Are we going to civil war first? Sure. Why not? This is a satirical show. We're not obviously endorsing these ideas. We're making fun of the people who endorse these ideas. Ladies and gentlemen, Rehab Addict, if you were a fan, I'm sorry that she just went ahead and tanked her career. She tanked your favorite show. It's a really, really unfortunate situation for people who have nothing to do throughout the day. This is the shit that Rehab Addict was doing, by the way.
I buy and sell houses, but I'm not your average flipper. Oh my god!
Oh my god.
HGTV pulling the new season of Rehab Addict just hours before it was set to air and scrubbing the show from its streamers after Radar Online released footage of star Nicole Curtis using the N-word on set of the series, which seemingly surprised even her, as she asks the crew to cut that after realizing it flew out of her mouth.
Listen, she had no life, honestly, before this. She had she said her life goal was I rehab houses, but I'm not other house rehabilitationers. You mean other people don't tear out the drywall? Other people don't fucking change out the flooring? Other people don't do all that garbage? What are you talking about? This is common house rehabilitation work. I don't even know what she's where's the individuality?
Language like this hurtful and disappointing to our viewers, partners, and employees, it does not align with the values of HGTV. We remain dedicated to fostering a culture of respect and inclusion across our content and our workplace.
Every day this market is so volatile.
The show's actually been off the air since last summer, when the 49-year-old Detroit-based renovator reportedly asked the network to shelve season 9 for...
Of course she's from Detroit.
...unknown reasons. before announcing its surprise return earlier this week.
This represents the job that I never knew I wanted, and the job that I'm so grateful that I worked so hard to.
Look at that. She's wearing a Lake Shirts shirt, it looks like. She's at a TED Talk in Detroit and she's wearing a Lake Shirts shirt. What good advertising for them.
Nicole addressing the cancellation on her Instagram stories, telling fans there is more to this, framing the decision as hers to protect her family. I need to be mom right now more than anything else.
I need to be mom right now more than anything else. I really need to reevaluate the language that I use. That's not what she said, but maybe.
I will take the time to be, as I've always been with you, transparent and honest. Adding in a screenshot from a text she sent to TMZ about the controversy, I'm grateful for the 15-year journey we've shared, but my focus isn't on my career. My focus at the moment is rightfully on the people who truly know my character and where my heart is.
I truly know my character and where my heart is.
I want to be clear. The word in question is wrong and not part of my vocabulary and never has been. And I apologize to everyone.
Listen, I know a Midwest sister when I see one. I know one who's been to the football games. I know a girl who's been to the, she's grown up in the Midwest. She never thought she'd have cameras on her. She grew up in a time where people were allowed to say certain things, and people still are to a certain degree nowadays, because admittedly, the black population in a lot of these smaller towns, it's just not there yet for the white kids to be getting punched out when they use that sort of language around those people. You know what I mean? It's just being honest. You know what I mean? That is what corrects this language, is that people who grow up in the city, is they grow up near their friends and whatnot, and their friend pops them in the mouth for using that sort of language too comfortably. That's what keeps people in line inadvertently. Am I saying I endorse it? Absolutely not. Am I saying that it's expected? Arguments can be made, you know what I mean? Am I saying that maybe one of her girlies, maybe she should have grown up around a sister, maybe, and maybe her sister, growing up in the suburbs of Chicago, or not Chicago, Detroit, growing up in the suburbs of Detroit, maybe a sister that she went to school with could have let her know, hey, maybe not even at home, because then when you're just getting comfortable with yourself, when you're live streaming one day, maybe it'll just come out when you don't even realize it. And also, why do you even like to use it? Like, honestly, maybe you should just think about why you like to use that word so much. And I don't know, guys. This is a curious one. And did we lose a relic of American television that entertained generations? No. Did we lose someone of significant value to the zeitgeist or the media? No, not really. So why are we even talking about it? Because she said fart N-word, and that's hilarious to me. So I wanted to talk about it, and I wanted all of you to hear it. I wanted to force all of you to hear it today. So that's why I forced you to listen to it. Ladies